What's on YouTube? It's PTT back at it with another Division video, and finally guys I can actually bring you a reset video. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I have been able to do one of these, but as you guys know, we recently moved house, no internet, yada yada yada. Now this weekly reset, guys, is going to be a little bit different, okay? Not only am I going to be telling you some of the things that are good around the map as per normal, I'm going to be telling you what I think you should buy and what I'm going to try and buy in preparation for 1.6 and Last Stands. Now, if you guys haven't watched the video already, I have uploaded part 1 and part 2 of the changes that are coming with 1.6 and Last Stands. Now, some of these are really big changes, okay, and they are going to affect your gear. So I do recommend you go and look at them, or at least go over to the Division website and check out the kind of patch note list for yourself, okay? There's an awful lot to cover, guys, so let's jump straight into it. First up, at the special equipment vendor, we have all named weapons. That's right, guys, buy all of the named weapons if you have the Phoenix credits for it. Now, I'm going to be recommending this every single week between now and the release of 1.6 and Last Stand, and the reason for that is that named weapons are changing to exotic weapons, and every exotic weapon will have their own unique talent, and this change is indeed retroactive. So if you buy them now, when 1.6 and Last Stand come out, they will change to the newer versions. We also know that the named weapons / exotics are going to be costing a lot more. That's why I recommend buying them now, guys. Next up then, we have the Firecrest mask. Now the reason I'm telling you to look at this is because it has 1,230 electronics, 8,920 skill, and 16% disorientate resistance. Now, I'm actually recommending you buy this and stash it. The reason for this, guys, is one, we don't know what's going to be good with the new patch, and with base stats of 1230 on the electronics and a skill power roll very high on it, I think it is going to be very good for a Firecrest skill build, okay? We know skill power is changing, we know electronics is changing. This could be a very good backpack for you. Mask even, if you're running a Firecrest build and spec in skill. Next then, we have a sturdy holster. Now the reason I'm telling you to look at this one, guys, is that all the base stats are over 1,208 and it has plus 5% skill haste. Now before we go too far, guys, you're probably wondering, if you've not seen the other videos, why I'm not recommending a great deal of gear with armor. In fact, I'm recommending 0 gear that has armor rolled onto it, and that is because armor is changing in 1.6 and Last Stand as well. So don't worry about buying things with armor. You're not going to need it come the new update. Moving on then, there is also a hand stop coyote, which gives you plus 29% reload speed, plus 4% crit hit damage, and plus 2.5% stability. Again, a very, very good buy. Moving on then to the blueprint vendor. The only thing I really recommend buying if you haven't got it already is the extended mag blueprint. Now if we go upstairs to the advanced weapon vendor, again, I'm going to recommend you buy all of the named weapons if you can afford them, guys. So you are going to buy yourself a Pacan, a Cassidy, and a Centurion. Go ahead and stash them, guys. I know they're not the best of weapons, but as we don't know what the unique talents coming to them are, I definitely recommend they are worth buying, lobbing in the stash, because they could potentially be very, very good, and buying them now could save you a lot of currency. There's also an Omega rifle suppressor with 18.5% headshot, 3% crit hit chance, and 4% crit hit damage. A very, very nice rifle suppressor here, okay? I personally am going to pick up 2 or 3 of these on the PlayStation just so that I can gear up a few weapons with good stats. Right, moving on to Camp Hudson. The only thing I highly recommend here, guys, is the stamina mod. Although it has a low 235 stamina rating, it does have 242 armor. Now, you might not need it, but if you're new to the game and if you're on a fresh console like myself, you are struggling at the moment. So I'm going to pick a couple of them up just because they particularly help my build. Moving on to the safe rooms then, we're going to go up to Autumn's Hope, and here there is a resourceful backpack, 1,219 stamina, 13% sig skill resource gain, and 16% burn resistance. Now again guys, the reason I am recommending this is it has high base stats, and it has a stat that isn't armor as its major attribute, okay? Armor is changing in a big way. I cannot stress this enough. Build diversity is going to be amazing in 1.6 and Last Stand. So guys, pick up all of these pieces of gear, lob them in your stash, because you never know what is going to be a great build further down the line. Right, next up then, finally, in the safe room side of things, we're going to the crypt. Now, here there is a tactical ACR. Okay, guys, this isn't brilliant, but there is a reason I am suggesting it to you, okay? Alpha Bridge is also getting a nerf and a slight rework. So, Alpha Bridge in 1.6 in Last Stand isn't going to work as it currently does. You're not going to get 6 weapon talents active. What you are going to do is, if you equip 2 weapons of the same archetype like it is now, you are going to get the 3 weapon talent, so the 3rd slot active, okay? So you are only going to get 4 talents. Now, this tactical ACR has skilled in the 3rd slot. If you're a PvE player, then you're possibly aware of the skilled and commanding Alpha Bridge build that does allow you to have 100% uptime on your tactical link. This could be very good if you haven't got one already. You can re-roll some of the other skills to make it a usable weapon, but yeah, I'm going to pick one up and stash it just in case. Moving on to Dark Zone now then, guys. In DZ06 Safe Room, East 53rd Street, there is a set of decisive gloves. 1,260 firearms, 905 SMG damage, 15% crit hit damage, and 4% health on kill. Now, you are going to need to re-roll pistol damage onto these gloves. Now, personally, I would probably roll off health on kill, keep the crit hit damage, roll pistol damage onto that. You then have a set of gloves with very nice base damage, an SMG build with pistol if you're using, say, an FNC build or a shield sentry build could be very good. Again, they are worth picking up if you've got the spare cash. Lob them in your stash, they could potentially be very good. Moving on to DZ06 again, but to the church safe room, there is a lovely FNC holster. All 3 stats are over 1200, and again it has 6% skill haste. So again, another nice piece of gear that doesn't have armor on it and can be re-rolled accordingly when 1.6 and Final Stand, I keep calling it Final Stand, Last Stand, actually drop. Moving on then to DZ05, this is East 46th Street. There's a black market RPK in here. Now, it has talented, destructive, and skilled with 13% damage to targets out of cover. Now, destructive, very, very good. We know that. Skilled, we've spoken about a little bit, okay, if you're running PvE. I personally love this talent, okay, especially in the 3rd slot, because I never have it active anywhere else. For me, I would roll away talented. Not quite sure for what. There are a few different things you could roll to make the RPK better than it already is, but overall this is indeed a very, very nice weapon, guys. Moving on then to DZ1 East 31st Street. In here we have a relentless pack with 1,245 stamina, 6% skill haste, and 14% bleed resistance. Again, very good stats on it, guys. It could potentially be good, so if you have the spare funds, buy one and stash it for 1.6 Last Stand. Moving on, DZ3 West 39th Street. There is a hand stop coyote in here with 28% reload speed, 2.5% stability, 2% accuracy. Again, very, very nice little hand stop. If you don't have one already, could be worth picking one up. And finally, guys, we have a rapid chest piece, 1,264 stamina, 5,840 health, 4% health on kill, and 51% ammo capacity. There's also a 5.5% self heal, and this is top left DZ06. I actually haven't written down the street coordinates for it, unfortunately, but yeah, very top left hand side, so base of operation side, DZ6, you can find those. Now, Like I said, guys, these are recommendations actually based on what we know so far for 1.6 and Last Stand. Not Final Stand, Last Stand, okay? It's entirely up to you if you want to go and waste the funds and buy the named weapons and things like that. Personally, going on what we know already, I am going to pick them up and stash them. We don't know what the currency change is going to be and how much they're actually going to cost. So what is there to lose? If you're an agent that's been playing for a long time, you're maxed out on Phoenix credits, you've got a shit ton of funds for either Dark Zone or the normal open world, go ahead, buy them, prepare yourself now, guys, because there isn't a world tier increase, there isn't a gear score increase. This is a very good way to prepare. Now, before we go, guys, I do have a quick question for you, and I really do need your input, so please shoot me some comments in the section down below on this one. Going into 1.6 and Last Stand, there is a Dark Zone increase. We're getting 7, 8 and 9. Now I'm going to assume that there are going to be safe rooms and checkpoints for this, which means the vendor reset videos are going to get a little bit longer. So the way I am thinking of approaching reset videos come 1.6 and Last Stand is as follows. 2 separate videos. One will cover the terminal, the base of operations, the safe rooms, Camp Hudson and that lot. The second video will cover all the Dark Zone checkpoints, the Dark Zone safe rooms and things like that, okay? This way it's split into 2 videos so it's not stupidly long. If you're only a PvE open world player, then you only have to watch one video and not all the others. If you're a Dark Zone player, then you can obviously just watch the Dark Zone side of it. Either way, guys, I'm not quite sure how to do it. What I don't want to be doing is pumping out like a 30, 40, 45 minute video like some people do, because I know I don't watch a video that long, okay? I wouldn't expect you guys to do it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think. If you like the video, as always, guys, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. There are plenty more Division videos coming your way. And as always, agents, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night, and I will catch you all soon.
Trying to work you out is killing. Ever since our hearts been missing.